When I first moved in here and I bought the golf cart, I thought, oh my gosh, Lucy is gonna love this. She's gonna just wanna ride in the golf cart all the time. Well, you know what? She didn't. She was very timid. It was very stressful for her. I'd have to coax her onto the cart. I'd often have to pick her up and put her into the cart. Well, something has switched in her brain, and now going for an RIDE in the golf cart is her favorite part of the day. I mean, she gets so excited. And I'll tell you, when I open the door into the garage, I don't think her feet touch the ground. The minute she hits that door, she just flies and lands on the seat of the golf cart. It's the funniest thing. So now I've had to figure out, how are we going to do the golf cart at least once a day, because it's so fun for her. It's so important for her. She loves it so much. So I have started this new little game where I do my skincare in the morning, and when I'm done with my skincare, I put my hat on, and then we go for an RIDE. While my skincare absorbs into my skin, because it's going to be a good 20 minutes for it to absorb in anyway. And I thought, what a great way to get my skincare done, take her for her little fun adventure for the morning, and then start the day. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here, and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good stuff, you might want to sign up for my Sunday morning email newsletter. Comes out Sunday morning. It's very short, very sweet, and super handy. I include all the things that I find throughout the week, whether it's a good sale or a good piece of information or something incredibly funny that I would want to tell you if we were out having lunch like a couple of girlfriends. It's all in the Sunday morning email newsletter. The link is in the description box down below. It's super free. It's super fun. I think you're gonna love it. So I'm going to continue on with my skincare this morning, and actually I'm going to be trying some new products from my friends over at CrediThink. This portion of the video is sponsored by CrediThink. I love their little shop on Amazon. They have really good, very effective, very affordable skincare over there. If you haven't checked out their shop, I'll have it in the description box down below. If you've been following me for a while, you will know about the iUNIK Duo that I have been using for quite some time, that is so very hydrating on my very mature skin. The first step is the iUNIK Beta-Glucan Power Moisture Serum. This is very similar to hyaluronic acid, or how you would use hyaluronic acid. There are studies that say that beta-glucan is actually 20% more of a hydrator than hyaluronic acid. In other words, it draws moisture into your skin. It definitely will offer extremely hydration. That sounds so silly, I know. It's a beautiful serum. It comes in this little dropper, and when you feel it, it's very, very slippy, glidey, almost gel-like a little bit, and then it hits your skin. It's just lovely. And when I pair it with the iUNIK Beta-Glucan Daily Moisture, it is probably the most hydrating duo I have found at any price. And the best part is that this little duo is very, very affordable. They sell it in a duo, and they also sell them independently. So if you're looking for hydration, this is a can't miss in my book. It's lovely, it's beautiful, feels great on the skin, so very hydrating. They sent over some new products that I'm going to be trying today. I'm kind of excited about it. These are from a few other companies that they carry on their shop on Amazon. The first is a niacinamide. You guys know I love niacinamide. It's one of my favorite skincare ingredients. What does it do? It just makes almost any skin type perform better. It really just supports the skin. And there are properties in niacinamide that are going to keep that darkening agent from creating more sunspots on your skin. A nice thing for us older women. This niacinamide is a 20%, and it comes in a little pump. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and add that on top of what I already have on my skin. I like the fact that it has a pump, and that 20% is a high form of niacinamide. They've actually blended it with some soothing agents, because at a higher ratio than niacinamide, it could be irritating for some more sensitive skin types. So they've added calming agents in order to make it very, very comfortable. The next thing I'm going to try, I'm really curious about this. This is from a company called LANBELLE. It's the Ultra Lifting EGF EGF Ampoule. And what does this mean? This really addresses growth factors on your skin. And what are growth factors? Growth factors are what help the division and replication of skin cells. And as with everything else, including our collagen, our elastin, and our muscles, we get less action from our body regarding growth factors as we get older, which leads to all the things that we are familiar with. Skin that's not as bouncy, skin that is a little crepey, skin that is becoming wrinkled. So anything that we can do to support the function of the body in regenerating and renewing cells is good for us. This has some growth factors in it, and I could read you all the list. It's on the website. You can check it out for yourself. It kind of is getting into the weeds, but needless to say, there's lots in this little ampoule formula that are going to support the turnover of new cells. So this feels very glidey, very hydrating. That's interesting. And it does penetrate into the skin barrier. So you're looking at something that's really going to support the freshness of your skin and the turnover of the cells, which is what we want. That's why our skin gets older and more ruddy looking, is from a buildup of those cells on our face that aren't really vibrant, young, and fresh anymore. The next thing I'm going to try is a moisturizer, and I'm kind of excited about this. This is from LANBELLE again. They're the ones that create the ampoule, the growth factor ampoule, and this is called their Supernatural Cream. And what it says is this is the most powerful cream, lotion, moisturizer for dry skin. Lots of people say that. I'm sure it's pretty doggone good though. This is a little bit different than the iUNIK in that this is thicker as you first put it on your skin, a little more occlusive. It does a really interesting thing once you rub it into your skin, is that it kind of turns into a butter-like feel. I'll put it on the back of my hand right here. You can see it's stiff, it is more occlusive, and it feels like a heavy moisturizer. But once you start working it into the skin, the warmth of your skin turns it into this really silky, buttery moisturizer. So if you're looking for a moisturizer that's super affordable, that's super effective, either one of these would work for you, though, either the iUNIK or the LANBELLE. Although I'm really liking the feel of this. It feels very buttery. Like if you were to put butter on your skin, this is what it would feel like. So I'm liking that. Anyway, now I've got some good hydration on my skin. The last thing I want to talk about is a couple of sunscreens from Make Prem, which you can get on the CrediThink website. Make Prem makes some of the best sunscreens out there, and these are physical sunscreens. In other words, you're not slathering a whole bunch of chemicals on the largest organ in your body, which is your skin. These are physical, created with zinc. It has both a stick right here, very handy, and a lotion. So if you're looking for a more healthful alternative when it comes to sunscreen, these from Make Prem are a great choice. All right, skincare done. Now it's time to hit the road. Hey, Lucy. You want to go for a ride? You want to go for a ride? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Do you recall when we were young, running from all things at once?
I've gotten quite a bit of new makeup in lately, and I thought it would be fun just to have a little relaxing time. Play with some makeup, talk about some new products. I think it'll be fun. I'm going to start out with the usuals. I'm using now the Catrice Under Eye Brightener. This is a great product, and I just go ahead and dab that underneath my eyes. This preps them for concealer. In addition, cuts down on the purple circles. For eyeshadow primer, I'm still using the MAC Paint Pot in the color Painterly. Revlon sent me a little package with some goodies in it, most of it from the Color Stay collection. I think all of it from the Color Stay collection. One of them was a brow pencil. I've been using it for the last week or so. This is in the color Blonde. You know, I like it. It's nice. I can't say it's the best brow pencil I've ever used, but it does have a tiny little tip so you can do a lot of detail work, and I've been enjoying it. I like to just rough my brows in at the beginning to kind of set the tone for that area, and then I always go back in when I'm pretty much done with my makeup and do any detail work. Like I'll pull the tail of my brow out and fill in any areas that I think really need it. I have lots of new products today. Eyeshadow is not one of them. I have not been doing very many complicated eyeshadow looks lately. Have you? I'm wondering if that kind of fad is over. It certainly does seem to be for me. I'm just going to pull out an old favorite today, and that is the ColourPop Gone Matte Palette. Again, you guys know this. I haven't been using shimmer shades on my lids lately. I seem to like the matte shadows better. 503 brush. This is from BK Beauty Angie's collection. I'm going to be using this probably pretty much exclusively today, and I'm just dipping it into this kind of eggshell color right up here. That's going to go underneath the brow, and I think I'm going to take that all the way down onto the lid today. So just a light coating of that eggshell color over the whole eyelid. I like to make sure that I have a little bit of a lighter color right underneath the brow because it kind of lifts that area, which I will always take in my eyelid area. Now I'm going to take that same brush and dip it into this color, Very Velveteen. This is kind of a very muted, kind of brownish purple. Pretty color. And I'm going to place that right on the outside corner in that transition area, deep in the crease, and I'm just going to bring that over. All I'm doing here is creating a little bit of depth in that eye area, disguising any hooding, at least as much as I can. Again, deep in the crease, and then just working it over. Now I'm going to take that same brush, clean off the bristles. I just have a little tissue here, and I'm going to make sure that that's blended in really, really well. I want to make sure that I don't have any stiff edges or any harsh lines in my shadow so that it looks like a very, very soft transition. For foundation today, I'm going to go really light. This is the Dermatology Physical Tinted Moisturizer SPF 44. This is a lovely foundation if you want something really, really light, and you'll see it on my skin. It really just looks like a very soft serum, and I'm going to go ahead and just dot that around my face. It really is a sunscreen. With moisturizer in it. And you guys know I'm not that big into sunscreen. I just am concerned about all the chemicals in most sunscreens. This is a physical moisturizer, and you can see as it soaks in and gets absorbed by my skin, it has a little bit of a glowy finish, and it just sort of evens out my skin tone without giving me that heavy look of a foundation. It doesn't settle in your pores. It doesn't settle in the lines and wrinkles. It really is just a nice evening tone on the skin. The next product I want to show you and try for you today, I've actually been using for the last week or so, and I'll tell you I was so shocked when I tried this because it was so good. I didn't expect it to be good at all. You guys know that I have been in love with the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer for a long, long time now. Probably, I don't know, close to a year and a half, 2 years. Revlon sent me this Color Stay Skin Awaken 24-hour 5-in-1 concealer. And I thought, I don't know. You guys, this is so good. I was so shocked the first time I put it on. It really lays down. It looks beautifully. It just is such a nice concealer. I was surprised. It has one of these sponge tips. I don't like these. But that's what we've got. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this under each eye. Truly, the first time I used this, I was like gobsmacked. I didn't expect it to be good, and it was really so very good. This is my BK Beauty 205 brush. And I'm just going to use this to smooth out that concealer. And you can tell that I'm bringing it up to really clean up my eyeshadow area to make sure that I don't have any shadow going down beyond this area of my lid. Just tends to bring the eye down when you have that. Now I'm going to take one of these tiny little sponges. This came in the Perfusion collection that I picked up at Walmart. That is a sponge collection that keeps on giving. I'll tell you what, my cat has stolen a million of these off my table, but I still have a few left. And I'm just going to use it to really press that concealer in. This lays down so beautifully. It doesn't look like all the things we don't want a concealer to look, you know, cakey and creasy and dry and that sort of thing. It really is beautiful. Now I'm going to take my Kosas Cloud Set Powder and set that concealer down. And I'm just going to dot it in a few areas over my face where I want to make sure I'm not shiny and glowy there. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using the Jones Road. I've really kind of fallen in love with this, which was such a surprise to me because I didn't like much of the collection. This is really a good product. Beautiful color, great application, great formula, just all good things. You really don't need very, very much. I put a little bit on the back of my hand. That is like a tiny pea. And that's probably going to be about all I need. And what I'm doing is I'm just creating some planes and angles on my face in order to build more depth in different areas. Now underneath my chin, I'm just hiding any areas of my chin that might not be as firm and tight as they used to be, at least on me. I don't know if you have that same experience, but you can see just that little bit of contour and bronzer has really given the illusion of a firmer, tighter looking chin. So then I'm just going to take that same stipple brush and blend that contour in. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. There's something magical about a good contour. It's the little things in life, don't you think? And then up on my forehead, and I'm going to make sure that I blend that into my hairline so I don't have a real stark line there. Isn't that contour just so pretty? Love it. All right, we have an exciting new product. It's from Lawless. I don't think I've tried very many of any products from Lawless. They sent me a little PR package with some goodies in it, and I kind of fell in love with this blush. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This is the color Watermelon. I love this color, particularly for summer. Can't wait to give this a whirl. I'm going to take my blush brush, dip it into the product, and just tap that onto the skin. Thought this would look good with my pink blouse. What do you guys think? Who doesn't love a good blush? I mean, come on. When applying blush, I never really worry too much about getting too much on because just the actual action of pouncing that onto my skin raises the blood in that area. So it's going to look brighter and more intense than it's actually going to be once it settles into my skin and kind of calms down that area. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I love that color. Now I'm going to take the BK Beauty 103 brush and I'm just going to smooth and blend that into the skin. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Let me go ahead and swatch that on the back of my hand so you guys can see what it looks like, just the blush alone and not on my face. Isn't that pretty? That is a gorgeous color. For our highlight today, I'm using a liquid highlight. This is from Say. I don't know what color it is. I can't read that. I mean, it's really tiny writing, white on cream. Who can read that? I can't read that. Anyway, I'll have it listed in the description box down below with everything else. This is a little pump container. Pretty highlight. I love it. I did 2 pumps. I didn't need 2 pumps. 1 pump would have been plenty. And I'm just going to tap a little bit onto my finger, and that's going to go at the tops of my cheeks, a little bit on the front. And then I always put a little on the tip of my nose. I can't help myself. I'm sure that drives some people crazy. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. Now I'm going to finish up the complexion with my usual. This is the Hourglass in Dim Light. Just going to swirl some on my very big and fluffy Rephr brush. Dust that over the skin. This is kind of the icing on the cake. It just brings everything together. So very pretty. Now I'm going to curl my lashes with my Rephr eyelash curler. I love this curler. I've said that over and over and over again. Next up, I'm going to tight line. I'm still using the Milani Stay Put liner. I like it. I'm not sure that I'm in love with it, but it's good. Just, I don't know that it's fabulous. And my usual, the L'Oreal Lash Base. For mascara today, I have a new mascara. Never tried it, just opened it. This is from Say. Don't know anything about this mascara, but we'll give it a whirl. So it has a rubberized wand right here, and it's not curved or anything. It's pretty much straight up and down. And let's see what this does for the lashes. Here we have 2 coats with the Say mascara. My experience is the lashes look longer. They don't look any thicker. And to be honest with you, the formula is a little clumpier than I would prefer. It seemed to be fairly clumpy, which is not my favorite thing. I don't think it's anybody's favorite thing. I am not sure if this is just because the tube was just opened and it's going to improve or what. But right now I can say there's probably other mascaras that I like better than this one. This is kind of like a middle of the road one for me right now. For lipstick, I have a duo I'm fairly excited about. These are the lipsticks, the Forget the Filler lipsticks from Lawless. I'm pretty sure it's a new line. They sent me the entire collection, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you, Lawless. I'm liking this combination. This is the lip liner. This is in Pink Sand, and the lipstick is in Daisy Girl. Let me go ahead and swatch these on the back of my hand, and you guys can see how pretty they are, and then I'll go ahead and put them on my lips. So this is Pink Sand lip liner and Daisy Girl lipstick. I've really been liking the look of a little darker lip liner with a lighter lipstick on the inside. I'm not sure if that's an 80s throwback or what, but it's been working for me this summer and I'm liking it a lot. So let's go ahead and try that today, and you guys can let me know what you think about it. So that's the lip liner in Pink Sand. And this is the lipstick in Pink Daisy. Is that what I said? I think that's what I said. What do you guys think? Here we have the finished look. That was a little bit of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Let's talk about the new products I tried today. This is not new to me, but it might be new to you. This is a nice sunscreen if you're into sunscreens. I know some people like them, some people don't like them. If you're looking for a nice sun protection that gives you a little bit of coverage, this is a good one. This is the Dermatology Physical Tinted Moisturizer SPF 44. Really do like this one. Oh my gosh, this little tube of Colorstay Skin Awaken 5-in-1 concealer. I'm blown away by this, how good it is. Every time I've worn it, I've ended up looking at myself in the mirror going, wow, it's just so surprising. If you've tried this and you feel the same way or you feel differently, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm continually amazed. This is drugstore price. If you're looking for a concealer, you might want to give this one a whirl. I think it's really pretty good. The Lawless Watermelon Blush. Oh my gosh, you know, show up with this color and I'm gonna follow you anywhere, anytime. This is gorgeous. I think it looks very, very pretty on the skin. And the new Forget the Filler line from Lawless, I'm not familiar with their entire makeup line, I'm really not, but I am loving this lipstick and the liner. So a nice fit for me. What do you guys think about the lipstick today? Isn't doing a little bit of makeup so soothing and relaxing? I had a very tough realization the other day. About 2 weeks ago, I was looking at a clip of myself, you know, editing, that sort of thing, and I realized this one clip where I was walking, my posture was so horrible. It was hard for me to watch. It was embarrassing to watch. Honestly, I was walking like this, like hunched over. And when I saw that, I recognized that that is what had happened to my posture over the last several months and maybe even longer. And I was familiar with my body being turned in and hunched over. That was like a very familiar position for me. And I just thought, oh no, what good is it going to do to keep my body healthy and get in shape and eat right if I'm schluffling around like a 180-year-old? It just did not look good at all. So I decided that I was really going to address it. And thankfully, in the last couple of weeks, because it's kind of like been a mini focus, like a little mini goal or challenge, I feel like I've really gotten a handle on it. And today I thought I would share just a few quick things, super easy, super fast, that I have done to retrain my body to stand up straight, chest up, tummy in, the whole thing, and it just looks a lot better and it feels a lot better. But getting there, it's kind of tricky. There's a few things that I found that have really worked. The first thing I do is when I get up in the morning, like the coffee's brewing, I'm still just waking up, what I'll do is I'll stand against a wall, heels against the kickboard, butt against the wall, shoulders back against the wall, head on the wall. So my body is up against that wall just as tight as I can get it without distorting my spine. And what I'll do is I'll stand there, head, shoulders, butt, heels against that wall, and I'll take a deep breath and I'll start counting. And I'll hold that deep breath and that posture against the wall for as long as I can until I have to take a breath. What does that do? Well, pretty soon you just don't need the doggone wall. What it does for me is it sets my body and my brain for the day. This is how we are when we're upright. This is the position. And I'll do that first thing in the morning, and then a few times during the day I'll just quickly bump up against that wall, heels, butt, shoulder, head, deep breath in, start counting until I can't hold my breath any longer, release and walk away. And you'll be surprised if your posture's gotten a little bit schlumpy like mine was. Getting up against that wall and feeling my body straight really felt weird because I hadn't been standing straight for quite some time. But now it feels good, and it kind of sets my brain to know this is what we are. This is where all our body parts are when we're standing up. Super helpful, super easy, super quick. The next thing that I've been doing is I've been focusing on my shoulder blade. I find that that is a more effective way to get me to stand up straight and tall than just telling myself stand up straight and tall. Because if I focus on my shoulder blades and try to bring them together in the back, there's no way that I can't be standing up straight. So just pulling my shoulder blades back and together, you can see what that's done for my posture, and it works all the way down. Several times during the day, I'll focus on pulling those shoulder blades in and opening up my chest, throwing those shoulders back, and really feeling how it feels to pull that open as opposed to that hunched in closed. Huge difference. The next thing that I've done, I will lace my fingers behind me and just pull up. Oh, that feels so good. And what that does is it opens up that chest area so those muscles feel open and stretched, and it also gives me that shoulder blades together movement. So just that little bit gives me an awakening in my brain. We want those shoulders back, that chest open, those shoulder blades together. It feels really, really good. So those 3 little movements right there have been so helpful and very, very effective. The last thing I want to show you is a little exercise that you can do, and it's the time that I pull out the little pink 3-pound weights, because you don't want heavy weights for this exercise, and maybe you don't need weights at all. What you're going to do is sit on the edge of something. I'm here on a low coffee table. You can sit on the edge of a chair, you can sit on the edge of a bench, anything where you can get your tailbone kind of perched on that edge and a very, very flat back from the tilting of the pelvis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take those weights in my hand, start down with them around my thighs, and I'm going to pick them up and hold for 1-2 seconds and bring it back down again. The movement I'm doing, think of it like a wing. In other words, you're hinging at the shoulders. It's not an elbow move, it's not an arm flappy move. It's arms in a fixed position, elbows slightly bent, and you're going to hinge at the shoulders. Bring it down, hinge, and you can see I'm bent over a little bit, and I'm going to bring them down, and I'm going to hinge. Down, hinge. And when you're at the top, you want to hold for 1 to 2 seconds. That's why you want the very light weights. In the beginning, maybe you don't need any weights at all. So down and hinge. Hold for a second, down and hinge. This is so good for your posture because it really develops the muscle strength in the back, particularly towards the top where those shoulder blades engage. So I hope this has been helpful for you. It's really worked for me. And I find myself standing up straighter, really recognizing when I'm not standing up straight and keying into the feeling, the body feeling of good posture. Well, I am heading off to the gym. What I'm starting today and going to continue through the week is something a little different than what I've been doing with my weight training for the last several months. I had been doing compound exercises and upper and lower body all together in a workout and going about every 3 to 4 days. In other words, I would work out, 2 days of rest, work out, 2 days of rest, work out. And when I say work out, I mean weight train. I obviously do other things on those rest days like yoga, or I'll go swim laps or do a walk or some kind of movement. Today, I'm going to be starting on a split routine where I'm going to do upper body today, I'm going to do lower body tomorrow morning, take a rest day, and then back with upper body again. I don't know how I'm going to like it. I don't know how it's going to impact my weight training. What my thoughts are is I'm to the place now where I want to do a little bit more on each muscle group. In other words, more exercises and really be able to focus on certain muscle groups while I'm there. That's why I'm doing the split routine. Today I'm going to do upper body, so I'm going to do several bicep exercises, several shoulder exercises. This will give me the opportunity to really focus in on those muscles in my upper body and maybe get in a little better workout than I would if I was trying to focus on my whole body. I don't know how that's going to pan out. I don't know how I'm going to like it. I don't know how I'm going to feel about going to the gym more times during the week. Maybe I'll love it, maybe I won't. We'll see, but I will definitely keep you posted. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. I hope you found this video fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.